Welcome back to my channel, Maleigh of MLAartistry, here today to show you this look. I'm actually referring to my hair. I know typically I film mostly makeup tutorials, but I just feel like I needed to drop a hair tutorial to show you my go-to style of 2020 and the end of 2019. But I'm not giving it up because I love it. Very, very easy to achieve once you get the general technique. The technique, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a little tricky figuring it out, like how to motion your hands. You'll understand what I'm saying here in a minute, but don't give up. Try it all the way through. Once you master it, it's actually a really fast process. So believe in yourself. Wait. I almost forgot. I'm really bad at this intro and including everything, but please hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell wherever that may live down there. It's a little bell. It notifies you whenever I drop a tutorial. That way, you know the second free information is available on my channel for you to learn some beauty tips. So let's get started. We're first going to talk about the foundation that we are beginning with. It is important to not skip this portion because if my hair type is different than yours, you may need to implement different products. My hair has natural texture to it. As you can see, under here, that's more of my natural texture if I just don't really do anything to it. Up here, I did kind of manipulate while blow drying to try to pull it out a little smoother, which I'll explain. Typically, I wash my hair once every 5 to 7 days. It just doesn't get oily. Like I said, it's drier in texture. Therefore, it's gonna hold a style better. If your hair is naturally softer in texture and it gets oily faster, then I would recommend prepping your hair with a lightweight, no crunch, styling gel. What that's going to do as you blow dry that into your hair, you would just emulsify it in your hands, distribute throughout your hair, blow dry it in. That's actually going to add some texture, which is going to help you a lot with this particular style. I don't have that situation. So what I did last night, because I knew I was going to do this style today, I just tried to dry and manipulate by pulling this a little smoother on the top portion, because I knew if I didn't, I would have all these crazy different directions going on up here, which would obviously cause conflict in today's style. Because of all of this that I have going on down here, I need to start with a smoother consistency throughout. So I'm gonna actually have to prep my hair with a flat iron, and all I'm gonna do is smooth out these areas, especially by my ears where it's just curled out, because that is gonna mess up my style. After that, if you don't have my type of textured hair or naturally wavy curly hair, then you can skip right to the curling iron portion. And the tools I'm using today, FHI Heat Elite Professional Series Flat Iron. And I love that I just had to read that because I've had this for years, and anytime mine goes out, I get another one because I love it that much. And then I'm just going to use a 3/4 of an inch curling iron. I'm pretty positive it's 3/4 of an inch. So like I said, we are going to go in and just smooth out the texture that I have. I am just going to very sporadically, I mean, there's not really a specific method because it does not have to be perfectly straight. Then I'm gonna drop this down and do the same thing on the sections that I did not blow dry before going to sleep last night. Because of my natural texture, I'm not actually going to start with any products other than a heat protectant, which was sprayed onto my damp hair last night before I hit the blow dryer to it. But outside of that, I'm not going to put any products in for the styling portion until after we have used our hot tools to achieve the look we're going for. Drop this down. And if you're wondering why I'm taking out this natural texture, if I'm going to obviously be giving it a natural wave, all of these are going different directions, and I'm actually going to have rhyme and reason in which direction I curl my hair, which I'll show you shortly. And I just don't want that to mess up the consistency or cause any random creasing in the curling iron because it's just not laying smoothly in it. I mean, I guess technically you could maybe skip this step, but I want to show y'all a perfect style, not a mediocre, I'm giving up on my life, don't really care style. Okay, next step is going to be sectioning. So I'm just gonna take both fingers on the sides of my ear right above and meet them in the back. pull this hair up and out of the way, and we're gonna work from here. Now, let me explain the curling process as far as direction. When you see a natural wavy curl, it's not all going one direction. That would look very styled and intentional. So what I like to do is I like to start right by my hairline, and that first section will be away from my face. The next section will be towards my face, and it would go in a pattern like that, away towards away, and then that would leave us in a middle section that goes towards the face. This is clearly behind my ears, therefore this is actually going to go, this first section right here is going to go towards my face, because this section is going to go away from my face. So let me say that again. We're going to use a pattern. We're going to go curls away from the face. Next section, the curls will go towards the face, away from the face, towards the face. That is going to give us a whole lot of movement throughout our style to make it look like a natural wavy beach curl love vest, okay? On your curling iron, if you have the ability to change your temperature settings, we need to discuss that. I keep mine on 400, but I move a little faster. If your hair holds curl well and it curls really nicely, and you're gonna be moving slower while learning this process, I would recommend dropping the heat. That way it does not get too curled. These sections do not have to be super clean and meticulous because we're going for a natural style. Therefore, don't worry about it. So like I said, we are going to work going towards the face. Now the key is to get it and wrap it one time towards the face. Now I'm gonna clamp it down far enough for me to be able to tuck this under and basically make an invisible U. I meant U. Oh my gosh, I need to learn my alphabet. And then you're gonna drop it down again and make a circle. Drop it down again and make a circle. The point is to curl and twist, curl and twist. You do not want to wrap it around the curling iron more than one time, because what that's going to do is give you more of a ringlet instead of an elongated wave. Clamp it, and we're going to roll one full time so it's only wrapped once, and then I'm going to clamp it down so that I can tuck it under and I have enough room without obviously hitting my head. And then one time around the curling iron, and you're going to drop it down and you're going to tuck it under. Put it up to the base, drag it down so I can wrap it one time, and then I'm going to go clamp, 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 and then roll under. Remember, it's kind of like you are making like an invisible O. So like, does that make sense? A circle. I know it sounds kind of crazy and it looks kind of crazy, but just practice the technique, you'll be able to get it. Finish the bottom section, so we're going to move on to the next. I like to, personally, it's a little easier for me to work with, to stick with about 2 fingers. So I'm going to section right above that line. Again, this does not have to be a perfect section. I'm going to take from the ear forward, and that is section number 1, and that is going to be going away from the face because I like how that appears the best on me. Obviously, you can modify this as you see fit. So I'm going to take it out, and remember, we're going to roll once. And I've just found clipping 1, 2, 3 tends to get me enough room to tuck it under without hitting my head or my ear. 1 full wrap, 1, 2, 3, tuck, 1. And if you don't have the room for 3, you're just going to still tuck and kind of drop it. Now we're going to go away from the, towards the face, away, towards. Sometimes I even get a little confused about where I am, so I have to like talk myself through my sections. So this is going to go towards the face. Wrap 1 full time, and then clamp, 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 tuck. Clamp, 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 tuck. Now, this is also where the temperature comes into play. The faster you do this, the more relaxed it's gonna be, because the heat's not gonna sit on it long. So if you're gonna move like super, super slow, that's why the temperature should be lower. So that way you still end up with a nice natural wave. This technique is gonna give you that anyways, but there are different variations depending on how much heat you use and how slow you do it. And then I'm gonna go with this section. So we went away, towards, away. And then I just like, because obviously I can't see back here, so I always pull my back sections towards the front of my face, so that way I can kind of see what I'm doing. Wrapped one full time. We're gonna 1, 2, 3, and then tuck towards us. 1, 2, 3, tuck towards us. 1, drop. This section in front of the ear goes what? Away. Good job. Really hope you answer that out loud, otherwise I'm talking to myself. Okay, so 1 full wrap. 1, 2, 3, tuck. Wrap. 1, 2, 3, tuck. See how like nice and just like real life time, this probably takes me like no more than 10 minutes to do. Realistically, I'll move a little faster when I'm not on the camera. I just want to make sure that I do this slow enough to where you can keep up as I do it. The thing that I love about this style is it does not have to be perfect. So even if you're in a rush and you just want to look kind of put together, but you don't have the time to be like super detail oriented, once you get this motion down, it is like super feasible. This is a great style also because for my hair type and texture, I mean, I can like sleep on this and wake up the next day and go for about probably 3 days. And if I want my curls to look a little fresher, like the waves to be fresher, then I'll just like touch up really the top layer. I know the technique is probably a little intimidating at first if you're not used to doing hair a lot. But I will say it's worth the investment because like I said, this is a really easy go-to style once you get the twisting technique. If you don't live under a rock, you've probably seen the celebrities where they have that really like beachy, natural wet hair where it looks like they like jumped in a pool and jumped out, but like the curls are almost like perfect waves, but it looks soaking wet. This is actually a really great curling technique to achieve that particular look. The only difference is when you're done, you would want to add a little bit of a mousse, or actually add a lot of a mousse, because that is gonna give you that wet look, but also hold the style. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll add the mousse as a finished styling product and show you how to do that from this point. Because like I said, this is a really great style to recycle. Before I run my fingers through it, I do like to make sure that it is fully cooled. When you are styling your hair, your curls and whatever your style is actually sets when it cools. For instance, if when you curl it, it's still super hot and you feel like you curled it too tight, you can sometimes actually manipulate the tightness of the curl just by like pulling on it while it's hot. But I obviously want this to keep its shape, so until it cools, I'm not gonna run my hands through it. If you have the really soft hair I was talking about earlier, another thing you could do just to help hold this style, as you like finish your sections, just do like a light, like soft set hairspray, kind of as an insurance policy. You don't want a firm hold hairspray because you are gonna be running your hands through your hair, and that will obviously cause some discomfort. But a soft set will also kind of help hold it, as well as the styling gel I recommended to prep your hair with. If you have natural texture like mine, it's not necessary, so don't worry about it. Last section, we're gonna curl away. 1, 2, 3, tuck. We have everything curled. Like I said, wait until all of it is curled. Obviously it's all curled. Wait until it's all cooled, and then we will go in and manipulate, running our fingers through it and finishing with a product, which I am about to show you. The product we're gonna use today is the Kenra, and this is a dry texture spray. It is amazing. After your hair is cooled, I'm going to begin running my fingers through it just to break it up. And then I like to pick it up and spray this texture into it. This stuff smells like heaven too. If I didn't know better, I'd want to eat it. The reason I like to kind of hold it up and spray is because I feel like it just helps me get a little bit more of natural volume. Obviously, you can tease your foundation underneath, like right by the root. I absolutely hate brushing out, like working out a tease. So on myself, because I'm actually pretty lazy when it comes to my hair and the effort that I put into it, I don't like to tease my own hair unless it is a special event and I just want it to look extra fabulous. This sun is like not ideal. It's coming in through the front window of my beauty lounge, but oh well. As you can see, the finished product here versus how it appears when you first finish curling. You want to finger through and use the product. Do not stop here because this looks unfinished. Do any of y'all, or maybe this was just me, remember when we used to like curl our hair and leave it like just like that? Like we would not touch the curls. It was like these perfect like ringlet curls. I have so many bad photos of that. Well, they've not all been deleted. As always, thank you so much for stopping by my channel and sticking this tutorial out to the end. I appreciate you. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you are interested in an appointment with me, you can fill out the contact form on my website. That is www.mlaartistry.com. I'll see you here next time.